Can humans live on Mars? Imagine waking up, but instead of blue skies, you see an endless dusty red desert. The air is unbreathable. The temperature is colder than Antarctica. The radiation is deadly. Mars is a planet of extremes. But could humans actually survive here? Could Mars ever become our second home? Let's find out. The biggest problems. At first glance, Mars looks a little like Earth. Rocky landscapes, valleys, mountains, even ice caps. But don't be fooled. This planet is a death trap for humans. First, the air is toxic. Mars's atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide. On Earth, we need oxygen to survive. On Mars, one deep breath of the outside air, and you're gone. Second, gravity is a problem. Mars has only 38% of Earth's gravity. That might sound fun. Imagine jumping 3 times higher than normal, but over time, low gravity can weaken bones, shrink muscles, and mess with our bodies in ways we don't fully understand. Third, it's freezing. Mars's average temperature is around 80 degrees Celsius. That's colder than the coldest places on Earth. At night, it can drop even lower. Without proper insulation, any human on the surface would freeze in minutes. Fourth, radiation is a silent killer. Unlike Earth, Mars doesn't have a protective magnetic field. This means cosmic radiation from space constantly bombards the surface. Long-term exposure increases cancer risks and could damage human DNA. Fifth, there's no liquid water. We know Mars has ice beneath its surface, but turning that into drinkable water won't be easy. Without water, there's no survival. How humans could survive on Mars? So if Mars is this hostile, how could we possibly live there? Step 1. Oxygen. We can't survive without air, but there's a solution. A machine called MOXIE, tested by NASA, can extract oxygen from Martian air. In the future, larger versions of this device could provide breathable air for entire colonies. Step 2. Shelter. Building homes on Mars isn't as simple as putting up houses. The planet's weak atmosphere and extreme radiation mean we'd need special protective domes, or even underground bases. Scientists suggest using Martian soil to create bricks, or even using 3D printed materials to construct habitats. Step 3. Water. There's frozen water on Mars, and melting it could provide drinking water and even fuel for rockets. But mining and purifying it will require advanced technology. Step 4. Food. Martian soil is dry, dusty, and filled with toxic chemicals. But that doesn't mean we can't grow food. Scientists are experimenting with growing plants in simulated Martian conditions, using artificial soil and recycled water. Step 5. Energy. With no power, survival is impossible. Solar panels could generate energy, but dust storms on Mars can last for months, blocking sunlight. Nuclear power might be a more reliable solution for long-term survival. How soon could we go to Mars? The idea of humans on Mars isn't just science fiction. NASA, SpaceX, and other space agencies are actively working on missions. Elon Musk's SpaceX is developing the Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft designed to transport humans to Mars. If successful, it could carry the first astronauts to the Red Planet within the next decade. NASA's Artemis program is focusing on building a moon base first, using it as a stepping stone to test technology for Mars missions. Some scientists predict humans could set foot on Mars by the 2030s. Others say it might take longer. But one thing is certain, it's no longer a question of if we will go, it's when. Can we actually live on Mars permanently? Even if we land humans on Mars, surviving long-term is another challenge. Living there would require constant supplies from Earth, at least in the beginning. But what about terraforming? Turning Mars into a planet like Earth? Well, it sounds like science fiction, but some researchers suggest ways to thicken the atmosphere, warm the planet, and even create oceans. Some propose releasing greenhouse gases, while others suggest giant space mirrors to reflect sunlight onto the surface. The problem? Terraforming Mars could take hundreds or even thousands of years. Right now, it's just an idea. So, will humans ever live on Mars? Colonizing Mars would be humanity's greatest achievement, but it won't be easy. The first humans on Mars will face extreme dangers, isolation, and a harsh environment. They won't just be explorers, they'll be pioneers, building the foundation for future generations. One day, Mars could be a second home for humanity, a place where people live, work, and maybe even raise families. But until then, the Red Planet remains a dream, a challenge waiting to be conquered. Will we make it? Only time will tell.